Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day.
If I call you out, it's because I want you. That's it. I ain't calling you out because I need clout. What you bring for me other than all the belts? Oh, bro, I'll be your biggest payday. On God, I'll be your biggest payday. I gave Crawford and Porter their biggest payday. So remember that.
This is different. You understand? We have Jennifer Lopez, we have Maluma, we have J Balvin, we have
BoxingVoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just the body punches? I was hitting him with body punches and I heard him, actually he was crying in there. You were saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him? Yes. When did that happen? And perhaps the fourth round on.
BoxingVoice.com.
So that you knew you had him by that time. Absolutely, but I knew he was tough and they're taking those punches.
Quality Productions.
Making women gestures like, oh.
Let's go, champ. What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. Today we're going to be previewing, or should I say, reviewing the press conference and everything that took place in Teofimo Lopez versus Jamaine Ortiz press conference, and obviously discussing the back and forth between Keyshawn Davis and Teofimo Lopez, where it seems that Teofimo Lopez has instructed Keyshawn Davis not to call him out after his post-fight with Jose Pedraza. Don't know why, but maybe Top Rank has told Keyshawn maybe he can get Teofimo next. Something we don't know. Obviously, Keyshawn gave us his explanation of it, but said that it was more about a video that was circulating, and obviously Teofimo, making fun of Keyshawn, asking for a picture, but Teofimo expressed that. But failed to express that, he instructed Keyshawn not to call him out. Now, could he be instructing Keyshawn not to call him out, trying to save him from, a loss that he would figure Keyshawn would get if he was forced into the ring with him sooner than he should be? Or, maybe the way Keyshawn is taking it, right? Like, you are afraid to fight him. And that's what I'm assuming Keyshawn is believing, because, Keyshawn says, well, this man asked me not to call him out, and you take that as you want, right? So that's what he did. He left it for our interpretation. But I'm assuming this is all coming out because Teo had it under good notice that he will get called out by Keyshawn, and it would be one of those moments. Maybe, just maybe, they plan for this to be one of those Devin Haney-Shakur moments where, Shakur was waiting to get in the ring after the Loma fight, and it was something natural that Top Rank wanted to do. And Shakur came out and said, look, I didn't want to do that. They asked me to do that, right? So is that a reason maybe why Teo was telling Keyshawn don't do it? Because he understands that it's not something naturally coming from him and more something that's coming from the higher-ups, the brash over at Top Rank trying to make fights. We'll see, but I do got some evidence to show you where I'm coming up with this cocky maney idea. But really, it was all there. It just went under our radar. So here's the first clip that clearly shows that and talks about it. Let's rewind that.
What's going on over here with you guys? I hear there's chatter back and forth. What's happening?
I ain't gonna say exactly what we were saying.
Let's see if we could hear that. I didn't even know Tio said nothing. I didn't have my headphones first time I heard it. He does say something. Can we make those words out?
What's happening?
I ain't gonna say
Maturity?
exactly
Did he
what
say
we were saying.
maturity?
What's happening?
I can't make out that one word because Tio had this weird thing going on where he was reading a book during the press conference. Now, I don't know. You know, we know now Tio is up for the publicity stunts. He's up to get attention. So, obviously, this book was meant to draw attention and give us something to talk about. But I can't hear what he's saying, so we'll just let the clip play throughout.
What's going on over here with you guys? I hear there's chatter back and forth. What's happening?
I ain't gonna say exactly what we were saying, but you know.
Gonna go back there for a second. As you can see, when Keyshawn says I'm not gonna say exactly what we're saying, Tio expresses, you know, content with that and gives him the thumbs up. So just rewinding that so you can see.
I ain't gonna say exactly what we were saying, but
see, gives the thumb up. Fake reading the book though, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tio, multitasking and shit, reading, throwing thumbs up, understanding different things. So yeah, let's get back to that clip.
you know, just seeing things in the media and videos and stuff like that, and you know, fighters like to bring up things that happen.
So slowing it down, as he says, seeing things in the media and stuff like that. Like for me, this is Keyshawn confronting Tio about an interview that he's seen where Keyshawn was made to look less than by being some sort of groupie because he asked for a Tio with a picture with Tio. I guess Tio tried to show that in the wrong light. Keyshawn didn't really like it, and that's why he's addressing the entire situation. Just to give you context.
You guys, I hear there's chatter back and forth. What's happening?
I ain't gonna say exactly what we were saying, but you know, just seeing things in the media and videos and stuff like that, and you know, fighters like to bring up things that happen, you know, behind closed doors, but they don't speak on everything that happened. So yeah, you know, I asked for a picture, but this man did tell me not to call him out after this fight. So you take that for what it is.
Now,
over here with you guys, I hear
he says, you know, let's go one more time.
there's chatter back and forth. What's happening?
I ain't gonna say exactly what we were saying, but you know, just seeing things in the media and videos and stuff like that, and you know, fighters like to bring up things that happen, you know, behind closed doors.
So things that happen behind closed doors, to me, sounds like a sparring session. To me, that sounds like a sparring session. And the fact that he's about to say you don't bring up the whole story means that the sparring session was both ways. And the fact that he doubles down and says, you know, you told me not to call you out, maybe that sparring session went a little better.
But they don't speak on everything that happened.
See, they don't speak on everything that happened.
So yeah, you know, I asked for a picture, but this man did tell me not to call him out after this fight. So you take that for what it is.
So again, you take that for what it is. You know, what do you think Tio is telling Davis by telling him not to call him out? Is it more like, yo, I'm trying to save you, you not ready for me? Or is it more like, I'm afraid of you, I'm not ready for you? Where do you think this energy is coming from? And obviously, you know, how do you interpret it? What do you think this means? Because I did find it a little strange out of all this. You know, yeah, because Keyshawn is ranked high in the WBO. So, again, the whole storyline of him calling out Tio can make sense, but it is a division above. Keyshawn is still at 35. So why is he even talking about calling out Tio unless this is a old conversation that's being brought to light because of the picture situation, you know, somehow shaming Keyshawn, so he's bringing out the rest of the details, but this is past his sell date because now Tio is at 40. But outside of that, We are reviewing the press conference. It wasn't really the best press conference. It was extremely short. I want to say maybe 20 minutes or so. It was probably a set of maybe 3 questions per main event and maybe 2 questions per co-main event. Not a lot of juice. If anything, there was more talk from Keyshawn than anyone else. And obviously he wasn't doing too much to get our attention. He was just saying the right things. But not the best press conference in terms of action or entertainment. It just didn't bring that value. Not today. Pedraza said the right things, though. You know, he seems like he's going to be putting on the best possible fight that he can put on at this stage of his career. He understands that Keyshawn has a lot of experience, but he also feels like that experience isn't in the pros. So, he even went as far, he was asked. So it's not like he came out and said this on his own, but they set him up to be able to say this, and we can use it as a headline, and that yes, that Keyshawn made a mistake choosing Pedraza, but he also doubled down and said that he made a mistake choosing Keyshawn. So he's playing Mr. Good Guy, both sides of the fence. Pedraza is. We'll see what he brings. Remember that he's going to be coming down in weight after so much time. We really don't know what Pedraza has, but once again, we're just reviewing the press conference. Wasn't a lot there, Jamaine Ortiz, he did the best that he can do, but, he made it clear that he doesn't wear any emotion. He does his talking in the ring. The respect that people think is being shown pre-fight isn't really respect, according to Jamaine. It's just composure. It's just maturity. He doesn't feel the need to yell, scream, or holler before the fight. So we'll see what that translates to in an actual ring. And does it mean, good boxing for us? But that's pretty much it. So there is the one thing I'm struggling here, because I'm like, man, I should just let this go. But I do feel some type of way with the Keyshawn situation and the marijuana, and him taking that opportunity to kind of blame marijuana for whatever he had going on. And I obviously am not in his body. He is saying that his body is reacting differently now while not on the plant. According to Dan Rayfield, he spoke of previous stress and reasons why he began smoking. According to Keyshawn Davis, and I quote, "I've been through serious mental health issues." And this was on the Cigar Talk podcast about what got him smoking. And I quote, "Back then, before I was even on the Olympic team, I used to do things to harm myself. I went to a mental home. I was on medication for my mental health daily. Just throughout that process, I was still smoking. Ever since I put the weed down, I've been a way better person, man. My coaches see it. They say that I got way more energy. Even people at the Las Vegas UFC facility I train at, they're like, I don't know, Keyshawn, just there's something different about you this camp. I feel like you just taking it more serious. Like I said, I had to ask God and reflect on myself to overcome the addiction." I don't know if this was put up, like this was presented to him as some way to clean his image. But it sounds completely different from the Keyshawn that came out and took responsibility for himself and this Keyshawn. Again, I don't know if everything I just read is an attempt to cover up why he was smoking and give the world a good excuse so we can ride with him again. But I don't know. As a marijuana smoker, it makes me feel weird. You know, he went as far as saying that, like, his stomach issues probably came from the marijuana. And I don't know. I you know, just seems all strange to me. And a bit disappointing. You know, a bit disappointing because as a marijuana smoker, you know, when he came out, I was greatly backing him because I was shocked that he was performing on that level while on the plant. I never once suspected that he was on the plant. He never looked like he got tired in any of his fights. The fact that he's saying that the people around him believe that he looks so much better, you know, I want to see it. Are we going to see it show up in this Pedraza fight? You know, yes, when I was boxing, I stopped smoking. I get it. But again, he was doing it on the high level, winning. And we only found out because of a post-fight screening, not because he did bad, not because he performed in a manner that wasn't like himself and we were questioning what was going on. We had no reason to believe there was anything going on. He was performing great. It's not like we ever said he gave us a bad performance. It's not like we ever said he's a 4-round fighter or a 6-round fighter. It's not like we ever said he's huffing and puffing. So I was just taken back. You know, granted, no one's in his body. No one knows what he's mentally going through or what got him started. But it just, again, it just felt like a totally different Keyshawn from the one that accepted responsibility and this one, you know. But he says, I can't wait for Thursday. I'm looking forward to an amazing performance. Davis said, I'm trying to stop Pedraza. He's only been stopped once by another Davis. Now it's going to happen with a Davis from a new generation. I feel like this is my breakout fight. It's going to put me at the top level. He has experience, but I've dealt with that before. It doesn't make a difference. It's just another fight, another opponent coming to win. This is going to be a fight. I finally feel like I'm going to be in there with someone who can really fight. Whatever game plan he has, I feel like I'm going to test, I feel like it's going to test me, and I'm going to rise to the occasion. So this is why I believe they told him to say what he said. Promoter Todd DeBuff had this to say. The maturity he is expressing at this point is very similar to the arc of what a fighter that comes out of the Olympics highly heralded, and they have to stub their toe at times. They have to figure it out, how to adjust after they do that, whatever that is. We were not aware that he was smoking marijuana. It's not for me to tell him or to do it or not. But obviously, he has some shame. And what I've noticed is he has a desire to prove everybody that he's better than what he's shown in his last couple of fights. Again, I don't think he performed bad in the last couple of fights. I have never seen Keyshawn give shades of getting tired, being exhausted, needing to run, lack of strength and conditioning, lack of activity, lack of letting his hands go. I just never seen that. Again, it was the most beautifulest thing for me as a marijuana smoker to realize that he smoked and he was able to perform on the highest level. Now, obviously, he hadn't won a world title yet, so that's not championship level. But we seen no flaw in Keyshawn. We was matching him with Frank. We was matching him with Schofield. You know, we were already talking about him reigning in the 135-pound division alongside a guy like Shakur because they were friends and we figured they weren't going to fight each other. We never once seen or pictured Keyshawn as a failing star. So all this is just coming out of left field for me. So what, he smoked a little marijuana. We never thought he looked bad. We never thought he looked sluggish. We never had anything playing in the back of our mind like, I wonder what Keyshawn's doing or not doing in camp. So I don't know, man. I could just be taking it personally because I smoke and I feel like they're trying to shame the plant, blame the plant. But I don't know. I'm not feeling it. Honest to God, I'm not. But that's all. You know, that's my little review. If you want to call in, you know what to do. You know, the number to call isn't working again. We are only using Discord and Twitter Spaces at the moment. And for whatever reason, our Discord stopped. So we're going to go ahead and restart that and try and get it going again. But if you do want to call in, you want to express anything, if you watch the press conference, now is the time to do so. Let me go out to James Benitez real quick. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. It'll put this episode in the eyes of other boxing fans that don't know. We rocking out daily. James, what's up? James.
Yo, Ness, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to you, man. Shout out to the community, man. Hey, Ness, man. You know, but hearing that Keyshawn was going through mental health issues and things like that, man, you know, that I got a soft spot for that, man, because I went through my own issues in my life, man. So I get it, you know, but I just never used marijuana as an outlet or even those suicidal thoughts, man. So hopefully, I hope he is really overcoming all that, man, and I just want to see him be the star that he's destined to be, man. I like the subliminal message that we might be getting through this, man. That he might be actually finally moving out the way of Shakur, so they don't clash course and everything like that. And he may move up to 140 and take that Teo smoke, which I would love that fight, which honestly will be a great business move, not only for him but for Top Rank, because man, Teo is like a fucking goddamn he's like a firecracker, man. And I know they just waiting for the opportunity to probably cut ties with Teo. So, I mean, you might as well serve him up to Keyshawn if they really believe that he's ready for that fight. And if sparring is really good as is advertised, man, put him to the test. Petraza playing both sides of the fence, that sounds like retirement talk to me, Ness. I think Keyshawn's probably going to go ahead and walk through him and everything, give us a stellar performance that night. Teo, on the other hand, I'm not too high on Jamaine Ortiz, so, you know, it is what it is. I've been saying knockout for the past couple of months. Other than that, who else is on the card? We getting Tiger Johnson? We getting any other reappearances from the normal top ranked prospects? Who else is on there?
Yeah, the return of heavyweight Antonio Cepeda out of the Mayweather gym. You got George Acosta. He's back, and he's going to be taking on Rene Tellis Grillon. Shout out to Elliot and the manager of Tevin Farmer. That's their guy. You got Art Barrera Jr. Taking on Michael Potales. Never heard of them. Alan Garcia, our guy. He's back in another 6-rounder versus Tomas Ornelius. Charlie Sheehy, he's back. Then you got Javier Martinez from Milwaukee. Abdullah Mason, Keyshawn, and then Teo. It isn't the best undercard. It doesn't have the usual suspect undercard.
Gotcha. You said our guy, so you talking about Bruce from Chicago. He's on this card.
No.
Okay.
Our guy, Alan Garcia, that we've interviewed, he's trained by Coach G, the female trainer.
Kid Kansas.
Yes, Kid Kansas.
Gotcha. Kid Kansas. Gotcha. Okay. I mean, it's a good card for a Thursday night, man. I have no complaints with that, man. So I'm looking forward to watching that card. Other than that, Ness, man, hey, man, I know a lot of people in the community love to talk shit, love to bark and bite. Hey Ness, man. If I'm in good shape by July, man, lock me in, man. If not, I'll just donate the money to sponsor a fighter. You know what
All
I'm saying?
right.
Me and the family will get back in the gym, man. So I give my word on that, man. I'm trying not to be in the super chubby weight and no shit like that, but trying to put in some work, man. So I'll holler at you, Ness.
For sure. Jay Swift, what up? Jay Swift. You gotta unmute, Jay.
I'm unmuting. I'm cooking at the same time. Well, I just started actually. But I love the soliloquy um, and the lead up about what you were saying to about Keyshawn. It's kind of it makes me think that people out here do support black people. I know you're Moreno, so you're still black people, even though you speak Spanish. Pero when I look at athletes, I see athletes as a fine-tuned machine. You feel me? And when you can do a few things to add to your fine-tuned machine, and you can do a few things to disrupt it. And that happened with Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, when he was young, he was a when he was with Customado, he was a fine-tuned machine. Um, when Cuss died, he was a fine-tuned machine. But when he got with Don King, Don King started him and that chick, I forgot, Robin Givens, they started feeding him 1,000 milligrams of some psych med, and that took him way out of his element. Now, he had won like a million championships. He had won like a billion belts. So, it didn't look like anything. But when you start talking about Keyshawn Davis, a lot of us are waiting for him to come into his own and start smashing people for these belts. However, when you look at who's actually managing him, and then they find out, y'all, he smokes weed once in a while, he's not looking like the best top shape fighter in his weight class. And even if he is,
But champ,
that doesn't.
are you telling me
I'm
that
sorry.
that's what you noticed? Are you telling me you noticed a lazy,
No,
marijuana
I'm not
using
talking about.
Keyshawn? I don't think it was evident.
No, 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 I don't think so. What I'm saying is the managers um, have been seeing this for a minute, and a lot of
I mean, you just
managers.
heard the promoter. I read the quote, champ. The promoter said they didn't even know.
Okay. However, the end result is, you got a lot to win. You got to do a lot to win it, and you can't do it by um, slowing yourself down, because that's what marijuana does. It slows you down.
What? Say
Yes.
what? Yo, fams, that's what I'm saying. You see, this is why I'm so tight about the situation. Again, I
Well,
repeat the obvious. The obvious was we as a community, we call ourselves hardcore boxing fans. We did not know. We had no clue Keyshawn was smoking. Don't lie. Don't come on here saying we seen in the past fights his performances, his managers, The motherfucking trainers didn't know, and the motherfucking promoter just said he ain't know. Come on, bro. Like, again, that's again why I'm so mad. The dude was performing on a high level and was not showing signs of fatigue and signs of usage. Counterpunch, Tyron.
Yo, what's good, champ?
What up?
Shouts out to Undisputed Boxing Podcast of the World, TBV. Hope everyone blessed tuning in. Yeah, it was a good press conference. I like T.O. Move, calm, collective, like Gordo. I really don't
Come
take
on,
too much.
champ. You gonna fake it? You enjoyed the
Fake what?
fucking book reading?
I mean, to me, yeah, because the way
That
that
shit was
Tio's been
silly.
it was silly, but like he said, like they said, this is getting, basically promoted like a circus. He said, yeah, I'm the biggest clown in boxing. So it works for Tio. Everybody going to, pick OTO, what he does and what he don't do. To me, I liked him reading the book up there, Comic Collector. The same when Keyshawn said,
Yo,
"Oh, we took
champ.
a picture together."
What
Huh?
was the over under? That motherfucker wasn't reading nothing.
He probably was, or he probably was. He said he was reading a Bruce Lee book. Tim, he probably was reading a little bit, a few pages, or act like. Shoot. Hey, I'm not gonna mad. It was a funny look, man. My girl, we were just watching it, and she was like, "I know he just ain't read a book." I was like, "Yeah, that's Tio. Hated to love. I think it was cool, something different at the press conference. Even when Keyshawn said, "Yeah, we took a picture," and he told me don't call him out. I didn't really think too much of it. I saw the workouts with Keyshawn after he was saying he wanted to fight Navarrete. So I don't see, I think Keyshawn just tried to take full advantage of the moment in time. But I don't see, them two taking a picture, then Keyshawn posting it, then all of a sudden Tia say, "Oh yeah, just don't call me out after the fight." Like that, they're not even on that trajectory. So I don't really make too much of it. I was surprised to see how tall Jamaine Ortiz was, probably because of shoes and it looked like Tio had flats on or something like that. But I did see the height difference. I was a little bit surprised about that. But overall, it was a cool little press conference. Keyshawn said he coming to fight. I like when Prazan said I'm making a long night, and Keyshawn like I'm gonna make it a long night for him. So I'm anxious to see what Keyshawn do. You can take advantage, stop Prazan. I'm gonna see. Put a little sprinkle on that, but overall, it was cool. I'm anxious to see the weigh in tomorrow. See, how the fighters look. But and as far as the marijuana, man, if I was Keyshawn, I was like, it is what it is. You got Kevin Durant was speaking on it, other athletes and other sports speaking on it. If I was Keyshawn, I would be like, we in Vegas, right? Hey, I'm about to hit up Hardin after I whoop this boy. I would have did something jokingly, but it is what it is. But it was a cool little press conference. But I appreciate you taking my call, champ. Shouts out TBV, still tuning in.
All right, all right. Yeah, man. Up next, we got Marcus. What up?
Yo, what up? What up?
What up with
You
you?
know, it's always a delay. What's good? All right, so I have a question about Tio. So I'm just starting to get on to him and stuff like that. Just starting to watch his stuff. What's up with him always bringing up black people and white people? Like is he not white enough? Is he not black enough? What's his demeanor? I guess
He
was
said
he
that
the fighter that
today?
was mad about? Yeah, he said it today. He's been saying it in interviews. He said it in an interview today. He said it. He brought up race in the press conference, I believe. He was on Ariel Hawani's show on Monday. He brought race into it. I'm just like, what's his mo with this whole race thing?
I don't know, man. Honestly, I didn't even know he did it again on Air Hawani or this because I watched the whole press conference and they didn't bring up race in the top ranked press conference. So I haven't seen any post press conference interviews where he brought it up. we all know that he had some sort of issue with black fighters on ESPN getting more attention. But
Okay, so that was
I don't
him.
even.
That was him that said that.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. He certainly said like I don't want to put words in the mouth, but something like that, like they ESPN and Top Rank are prioritizing the African American fighter over other fighters.
I got you. I got
I
you.
mean, he took
And
a shot
one
at the
last thing.
press conference, but not at race. Like I seen him take a shot, say something like, "We a couple hundred tickets away from 12,000 real tickets sold. No reduced $10 prices. No free tickets." But again, he didn't take a shot at race. I just seen like I felt like that was a shot at the people that sell tickets, the Ryan, the Tanks, the Devons.
I got you. It seemed like maybe because I've heard I literally just heard an interview, like 2 interviews, and he brought up race. Then maybe I'm getting confused. I saw the
No, I mean he
press
has,
conference when it was live.
like I said,
Yeah.
he has said that shit about black fighters being prioritized on ESPN in the past. I don't know what he said today about race though. I only watched the
Yeah.
main press conference video.
Yeah, he said something. He was like, I don't know if I'm not white enough. I don't know if I'm not black enough. We're all from Africa. It's only one race. It's the human race. It was kind of weird. It just came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
So he said it today.
he probably
Yeah.
trying to show face, right? Like people didn't like when he said what he said. He lost some fans, so maybe now he trying to go back to "we all come from Africa" shit. I don't know.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And one last thing before I go, he was definitely not reading that book. I'm out.
Bro, I ain't even see him flip pages. Word to mother, I ain't see him flip pages. Like maybe he was stuck on one chapter and just kept rereading it to stay focused or stay grounded, or it gives him something. But like, I ain't even see him flipping pages. But yeah, look, it made us talk. He does what he needs to do to get us to talking, man. That's for sure. Does that translate in the sales? Like again, he is reporting he's a couple hundred away from selling 12,000 tickets on a Thursday. That's a bad look for Shakur. I'ma just keep it real. Shakur was the last Thursday night fight. If your man sell 12,000, that's not a good look for you. You know what I mean? Like people was trying to use the excuse that it was a Thursday and that F1, had motherfuckers busy. But this football weekend, I don't know shit about football, but I hear it's pretty big. And if you can still sell 12,000 tickets, then you might be pretty big. Just saying. I don't know. Your opinion. You can call in. You can request on Discord. We got numbers.
Mic check, mic check.
What two?
Naz, quit hitting that shit so damn hard, bro. You gonna cough up a lung, man.
Hey man, I ain't
Anyways.
tapping out like Keyshawn, man. I ain't tapping out.
Hey, build me for if I go over because I do want to get into that. I think I enjoyed that monologue at the beginning. I think, man, as someone who's dealt with substance abuse myself, I didn't see anything to where it looked like he was abusing marijuana. You know what I mean? But what some studies have come out is that excessive amount of weed has resulted in it exposes like really thin skin stomach, you know what I mean, like thin stomach layer, whatever, like the irritable bowel syndrome. It can lead to certain psychosis episodes from with young people if they smoking too much weed. So if it doesn't help, you know what I mean, it's just not for everybody if you're smoking it all day, every day, which I didn't see, right? We do know that if you're smoking it, it's gonna reduce your, you have to work twice as hard to keep up the normal amount of cardio and lung capacity. So if it helps him, good for him. I didn't see anything of it. They're talking about it like if it's fucking heroin, man. They're talking about it like if it's crack. It's not that, bro. It's just that's what's annoying on my end. Where it's like, come on, bro. Like, what? It's almost legal in all the 50 states, and we talking about it like it's a class. I believe it's class one still federally. Like that's corny, bro. But hey, to each its own. I ain't judging, myself personally, and I ain't mad at it that he's off of it. It just did sound weird that they made it sound like it's like, up there with, heroin or, it sounded more like pills, to be honest, like what he was talking about, like Xanax or benzos, but that's just me. On top of the presser, bro, I fucking this is the showman, bro. I don't know why you so pressed about Tio. Why are you mad at Tio, man? If he's reading one or two pages, what he's taking a page out of LeBron, bro? Like it's entertainment.
Oh, LeBron did that?
He's known for starting a book, like getting the cameraman, and he's only like on page 2 or 3. And then it's a Bruce Lee, like quotation book, man. Like it's not, he's not reading a physics diagram of violence or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's probably like 10 sentences in that first page, you know what I mean? So I just thought it was funny. I think that shit, just by listening to the other fighters, like who wouldn't just pop out a book? It was kind of a weird setup in that
Bruh,
press
come on.
conference. I
It's
didn't
your
really
press
like it.
conference. Like, you supposed to be, you know, giving off positive vibes. You supposed to
I
be
do get that.
tuning
I
in
do get
with your
that.
viewing audience, hyping up your performance that comes in the next few days, not on some
Be be in the
fucking
room.
deaf
Be
poetry
present.
jam. You feel me? Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
He
yeah.
like, yo, bro, Mark Chinook was talking to him and he literally like
Had to put the book down.
fake reading, taking like Chinook is almost finished with the question. He's still in the book. He finally closes it. Then he turns and answers like, bro, that could be taken as disrespect. Like, I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
Look at me in my
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
face.
Yeah, I mean, this is the antagonizer, you know what I mean? And that's why it's entertaining. Like, but I do get that's the part where if you already don't like Tio, he's gonna rub you the wrong way. You know what I mean? Me personally, I just thought it was funny, but I can't see how it's seen like as unprofessional. I was just looking at the odds for KO. It's at plus 175 KO, TKO, and
Who? For
uh,
Tio to get the KO,
for
TKO
T.
is plus
Yeah,
175?
plus 175
Damn.
right now on DraftKings. Yeah, it's minus 170 for
Yeah,
money
but when
line.
Tio got a knockout? Cause you know what I'm saying?
It's been a minute. It's
He
been a
don't
while.
knock out high level fighters. Like, he ain't knock out
Yeah.
Loma, he ain't knock out Taylor. Well, he did knock out
Yeah,
Comey. I guess that is a champion is a high level fighter.
yeah,
So
yeah. So it's not a bad bet if you want to put some action on that. Me, I think I'm just gonna stick with the money line. I have some action in the back call with that. So
I just
that's what
think
my
it's
pick's
too.
gonna
I
go.
don't know. I think he ain't get a knockout over someone serious in
No,
a minute. Like, he
I'm
didn't
definitely
knock out
not. I'm not picking
Sandor.
it.
He didn't knock out Teller. He didn't knock out Sandor. He knocked out
So
Campa, but
why do
Campa's
we?
not on that level. He didn't knock out George. He
What?
didn't knock out Vasil. He knocked out Comey, but he didn't knock out Nakatani. Uh,
But
I,
why does he get this rep as a hard puncher though? Like as a
I
power
mean, he got
puncher? If he
power. He
like,
got power. Look at the way he throws. Look at all the torque. Like, he
he
jumps in the
moves back.
shots.
Yeah.
He got power, but that don't mean it's concussive knockout power. But like, I mean, it's very. I mean, the record is clear as day. It's like knockout, no knockout, knockout, no knockout, knockout, no knockout, knockout, no knockout, knockout. No, I mean, no knockout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm sticking with money line myself. So that's what I'm going with. Just shout out to you, V man. Just I've been gone for a couple of days, but if I don't got nothing to say about something that don't, that's where my casualness comes in, man. Like I don't, but shout out TBV, man. Shout out Eunice.
Nah, for sure, man. Appreciate you calling in. Yeah, I mean, let me just screen share this. Yeah, because there is that thought that he has this power, and he may have power. Is it knockout power, or is it I'm gonna get your attention, I could get your respect power, right? So, as you can see, if you go all the way back, right, to Diego Magdaleno, so nice name, knockout. Next fight, I don't know who this is. Tatili, no knockout. Next fight, excuse me. Magdaleno knockout. Next fight, knockout. Nakatani, no knockout. Next fight, Comey, knockout. Next fight, Vasil, no knockout. Next fight, George Cambosos, no knockout. Next fight, Pedro Campas, knockout. Martin, no knockout. Taylor, no knockout. I don't know. Jermaine, look, he seems durable. He didn't get stopped by Vasil, but Vasil doesn't have the power or the weight of a Tio. So it could be different. We'll see. We got Bordy. Welcome to the prospect level. Salute to you. Appreciate the support. Remember, if we get to 500 thumbs up, we open up the free chat. Right now, we need you to help us, which is absolutely free, to hit the thumbs up. It's going to help the algorithm put this episode in the eyes of other boxing fans, and we'll grow. We got RRT Boxing with Mr. A, $5 Super Chat. He says, I'm going with my third option. Don't be a puppet. Hashtag Hardin. Face in the clouds and face in Hardin smoke 3 times. Matt Bent. Well, I wonder if he means don't be a puppet. Is that addressed at the whole Keyshawn thing? What are you talking about? Please let us know. Matt Bent, $105. Daily dose of Tanquil, Pedraza, ripe. Keyshawn Davis might choke. Jamaine Ortiz will give Tio a tough, rough fight. The fans win. Tank 2024. TDDT, $5 super chat from Canada. He says, did this guy just said to serve Tio to Keyshawn? Laughing out loud twice. Well, again, I mean, I guess he's interpreting that way because of what took place, right? Why else is Tio concerned whether or not Keyshawn calls him out? Something's fishy there. Keyshawn's at 35. Why is this even a conversation today before, weigh-ins? Like, what was that about? So, yeah, I don't know what you had an issue with. Maybe it was the term serve up. I don't know who said that because I certainly don't think they would be serving him up. But I can see anyone that does use that term because of the lack of in-ring experience that Keyshawn has. While he has a lot of world international experience, he doesn't have the experience in a professional setting that my boy Keyshawn, that my boy Teofimo Lopez has. We got to remember that Tio has been on the highest stage with some of the best fighters. So those butterflies that you get, he's felt them and lived through that and gone through that. Keyshawn still don't know if the stomach pains he feeling is coming from marijuana or butterflies. Yeah. Cliff, Connecticut, what it do? Cliff, you busy? Going once. Gotta unmute twice. Okay.
You heard the nigga? You can hear nigga?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I ain't gonna play doctor or nothing with the marijuana and shit. It's pros and cons to everything. Like, so I'll just leave it at that. But I do want to say something to everybody who lives in the South, wherever you live, West Coast, you know what I mean, Midwest, North, whatever. We're Tio's from New York, right? And I'm from New York. I'm from Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, like this little section of the East Coast, like, Puerto Ricans and blacks, like we stick together, like we all the same. My best friends is Puerto Ricans. They all can say nigga whenever they want. They can say whatever they want about black people. We can say whatever we want about Puerto Rican people, and we never get offended. We don't look at it as a racial thing. Ness, I think you from the East Coast, so you might be able to co-sign. I don't know what your experience is over here.
Yeah,
So
that's
if
what I
Tio's saying
said.
things like that, so whatever Tio says like that, he's probably just a little bit. I'm gonna use the word ignorant to how the rest of the world may see it, because I have heard like that, what I mean, down south or wherever else, like they don't mesh the same. Like they don't understand how other races outside of black could use the word nigga. We rock together like Puerto Ricans, blacks. There's no like, we're all the same. So I'm gonna just want to say that for anybody who may have think that Tio might be racist or whatever he may be nah. He just thinks he could speak on black people because where he's from, you could speak on black people, like, and we're not gonna feel offended, like. So he feels like he's one of us. That's why he told Bud, like, I got that shit in me. But anyways, let's get down to the boxing. I feel like Tio telling Keyshawn not to call him out is us like reading into a bunch of nothing because Keyshawn is a young fighter with 9 fights. The 135 division is like ready for him. 140 is the most toughest division. If he did move up and fight T.O., and even if he beat T.O., like what is he gonna do? Like he's not ready for that. That's not where he should be.
I mean,
There's
Cliff,
plenty of
if you could beat Tio, you
Ness.
ready.
Yeah, yeah, but that's not where he wants to be though. I mean, that's not good for him.
I mean, it
He
sound
got
like he the
Andy
one being.
Cruz.
It sound like he the one being told not to do it. So it sound like he wants to do it. It sound like that's something he
He's
believes.
I don't think that's what he believes. I feel like these fighters are all very sensitive, like all athletes. And Tio just don't want someone sizing him up. Remember when Shakur and Shakur went in Tio's dressing room and he was like, "Damn, you sized me up," and they ain't been the right ever since. It's just the way that these athletes are. They got like this real fragile type of like thing about them. I don't know what to call it, but they're all very sensitive. So he's like, "Yo, just don't say my name." But there ain't no place for Keyshawn to say his name because Keyshawn has Andy Cruz, he got
Andy's
Kid
behind him.
Austin,
Don't
he
do
got
that. Don't do that. Andy's
I
behind
oh,
him.
wait. Hold on, though, Ness. There's
Yeah, but I
Andy
don't
is a
gotta wait.
better Olympian
But
than
I,
Keyshawn.
but I just because you and I
My
fought in the amateurs don't mean I gotta put my career on pause and wait for you to play catch up to me. Keyshawn is nowhere near the level that Andy is.
I only got I only have not. No, hold up though. I only got 9 fights as Keyshawn, and Andy's debut is one of my 6 or 7 fights.
For sure, for
So I'm not
sure.
that far behind you,
But you all, if we talking about
right?
Keyshawn
So
calling out T.O. and Keyshawn literally is in the top 5 in every sanctioning, then yeah, you is far behind me. Ain't nobody talk
and that shit
like
could
when
get
the
caught
last
up
time
with.
you heard listen, you call in and you just listen sometimes because you on your third shift. So when the last time you heard anyone call in
Right.
here and say Andy Cruz is ready for a title shot? That right there tell you that Keyshawn is on a whole nother level.
When do we call up and talk about Keyshawn on a title shot? When did you ever
I
put
mean,
that in your motherfucking
all right, check it out.
your
Check it out.
title?
I'm gonna remind you a few times, right? Like remember, on multiple occasions, whether me or other callers and people from this
Because Devin was
community.
just undisputed. I didn't see you matching him up versus Devin.
All
So
right,
what you talking
I'm
about?
gonna
Go
refresh
ahead
your
though.
memory. I'm gonna refresh your memory. Have you not heard the term? Oh, they won't fight each other. They gonna end up reigning together.
Shakur, yeah, if that I think
Shakur and
that's where he's going with
Keyshawn.
this.
Shakur and Keyshawn. So we automatically are expecting him to be a champion, champ. That's what I'm saying. Like we know he like that. We've been saying
We
that.
should with him.
We think
It's with
about
his
this. We've
not.
been
We
matching him
should.
with
We
Floyd.
should.
We've been matching him with Floyd Schofield. We've been matching him with Frank, who was about to get a title shot with Shakur,
Yup,
and
I
is
was going to
now
mention Frank.
and now is rumored to get a title shot with Tank. So like, yeah, we been thought Keyshawn was like that. You just forgetting.
Yeah, we do. No, I'm not forgetting. I think he's like that for the 135 division. What you just said, I feel like made my argument. You just basically put a whole fuckload of potential fights and just greatness to accomplish in the 135 division. So why do you leave that division when when you're not even accomplished in that division yet and everybody sees
I
so
mean,
much
the
expectation and
biggest thing we
potential for you
said, one
right
of
there in that division.
but
Now you skip to 140, what the fuck do you have after Tio to lose to Devin, to maybe get
whoa.
stopped by Matias,
But that's what I'm
to
saying. Why you
for Antoine Russell to fucking put you out?
but
That
champ,
is the most competitive division in boxing. Why do you leave where you're at, where you haven't done nothing, and you have the world in front of you to jump to
but
140?
champ,
I
for
don't
what
understand why
all
that would be
right, all
smart.
right, all right, calm down. But for starters, no one gave this much pushback to Virgil. So Keyshawn is within his right to do like Virgil, not win a title, and I'm talking about Virgil, not win a title at 40, 47, and is now campaigning at 54 where he still ain't win a title.
But
So
he
if
was sick.
Keyshawn,
He couldn't even make the fights. Ness.
that's
That's a
one,
bad
that's, no,
example.
it's not. That's one occasion. That's one occasion. He wasn't sick at 40. He decided to move
How
up
many
from,
fights did he miss?
he
Go ahead,
decided
though.
he
Go ahead.
decided to move up from. No, I'm just giving you facts. He decided to move up from 40 because at the time he was at 40, Jose Ramirez was a champ, Mikey Garcia was still active and a champ or a big ass name. So his videos of him saying like, I ain't my stablemates in this division. So he moved up. That ain't our problem. All I'm saying is we didn't give him shit. Like as a fighter, you entitled to do what you want. This is your career. If T.O. don't wanna, if he just wanna keep going after number ones, like I said this before, I said, yo, if T.O. already beat 2 lineal champs, and his thing is to go after lineal champs. You can't be mad that he want Crawford. That's his thing. I'm trying to get a 3rd lineal champ. The same way Crawford trying to be a 3-time undisputed, he trying to be a 3-time lineal champ scout killer. You feel me? So who are we to say what accolades you need to go for? You know, so again, if Keyshawn is seeing an opportunity, again, I'm bringing it back. If Keyshawn is being given an opportunity, because again, I don't think this is random. Why would it be random? When has boxing been random? You know, why is this conversation being brought up? Why was it highlighted on the press conference? These are crumbs that the promoters probably dropping because they need to get opponents for T.O. They need opponents for T.O. So they're going to offer the silver medalist with the experience with the Bomac team. Maybe they offered him the fight. We don't know. Maybe the silver medalist sat down with Bob and Todd DeBuff and was like, I want the fight. I think I'm ready for the fight.
What, do you think his handlers would agree with him? Potentially, maybe. Like,
I mean, I don't think that he has any fancy handlers. I think it's just him and his moms, bro. I don't.
well, how do you feel
I don't remember.
when you look at the 35 division and you see all the space and opportunity, the face of boxing's in that division as well, and then you look at the 40 most competitive.
I just think maybe he's being realistic,
9
man.
fights in.
I think he's
why
being.
move up to fight T.O.?
I think maybe
it
he's
makes
being.
no fucking sense.
I think maybe he's being realistic, bro, making his own lane. Like if you look at it, we know he ain't fighting Shakur. We also know he ain't fighting Tank, or at least the probability of that is less than 10%.
Why is Tank right now? Yeah, right now. But that's something to build to.
But my champ, that's what I'm telling you. So I'm gonna just keep waiting on a possible 10% option of a Tank fight, maybe that I might not get.
No.
lane.
Like I said, you got Frank Martin, you got
Bro,
you got
keep
Kid Austin, you got Andy Cruz.
Cliff.
You got a lot of shit to accomplish at 135, which is wide open. 140 is very sold up with the best fighters.
I'm gonna get to some other calls, Cliff. You don't want to factor in.
That's how you feel?
No, I'm just saying you're not factoring in the way boxing works. Like you mentioned, like 3 cross promotion fights, bro. Like how many cross promotion fights do you see Top Rank do per year, bro? Like you just living in a world that don't exist.
But Ness, you say that, but your titles is always a lot of your titles and a lot of our wishes and hopes as fans every morning when I come into your show is like, I mean, yesterday's title
literally said
promotion.
Yesterday's title said what had happened with the promoter hurdles. Like promoter hurdles is always
because
there.
That's always an issue, but we're never ruling it out, and we're always having shows with cross promotions.
Depends on the name.
Is rarely.
No. It depends on the name. Keyshawn's name ain't big enough to do a cross promotion. Can you admit that? Can you admit that Keyshawn isn't Ryan?
Yeah,
he's not even Devin.
100%.
He's not even Devin in popularity.
Hell no, nah. He's not. He's 9 fights in, and he's fighting good fighters already.
So again, they gotta offer you opportunities based off what they got, Cliff. They got T.O.
You swayed me. If you could, because of cross promotion, if you could get T.O., take it. That'll boost you up crazy, especially if you become a champion at 140. Fuck it, you won. Because if you could do that, that's only gonna boost your career tremendously. You can move back to 35. You can stay at 140. You can do whatever the fuck you want. So if you feel you could do it and you whatever, you swayed me. You won.
But you also looking at it glass half empty. You keep looking at it like, oh, what's he gonna do? Like, bro, if you can legit beat T.O., homie, you belong. Like, Literally after you said, if he beats Tio, what are you going to do? Lose to Devin, get beat up by Matisse? It's like, bro, why you still counting them out? A 9-0 kid, like you call him, but let me double check how many fights he actually got. They are, what's this? Boy, this dog is so needy. Keyshawn is 9 fights in, so you were correct. So, my bro, he would be making history. Think about it. He would be falling in between. Listen to this. He would be falling in between Vasil Lomachenko and Guillermo Rigondeaux. Guillermo Rigondeaux got his first title shot in 12 fights. Loma in 2 fights. Keyshawn would be in 10. You know what I mean? That would be faster than Shakur, and it would be versus Tio if this is all real. So yeah, man, I don't know, man. I mean, look, you just started listening to this show. Maybe you've heard me say this in the past, but I tell these fighters all the time, make your own fucking lane. Stop waiting around, man. Make your own lane. You know what I'm saying? It's already super, and Cliff ain't even factoring this in. My homie, how hard is it for Top Rank to find Shakur a fight? You understand? This is Keyshawn seeing this shit firsthand. He's seeing how hard it is for you to get Shakur a fight. His big bro retiring out of frustration. So you telling me if they telling Keyshawn, fuck it, we could get you a Tio fight, a dude that won't even fight Shakur. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn gonna turn it down? No, you can't turn that shit down. But speaking of Shakur and Tio, check this out. This is, I believe, on Cigar Talk. Shout out to Danny on Twitter, always clipping shit.
Shakur is a very talented, skillful, technique fighter.
Yeah.
You know, can't take anything away from it. However, scared to get hit. Scared to get knocked out in front of the world. Scared to get touched up in front of the world.
Are you saying that off of the last fight or just
in general?
In general.
In general.
Yeah.
In general. Me and Shakur sparred before. We did 3 rounds, and it was just light work. And me trying to figure out his jab. Does he have a good jab? Yeah, he does. But once you pass it, once you pass his jab, it's game.
Yeah.
It's food. It's lunch food. Shakur is a very talented.
Damn, called him lunch food. Let's see how Shakur reacts to that, man. Maybe he asks for that fight. And this is what I'm saying, right? Like, you got Cliff saying, oh, no, don't move up to Keyshawn. But we had PBC, you know, just revealed that they was offering Matias to move up. And he never fought nobody with plenty of big names left at 140. They was offering him the boots and the Stanionis fight. Like, this is a part of boxing, bro. Like, we literally talking about Crawford moving up 3 divisions. We've talked about Rigo moving up 3 divisions and Brook moving up 2 divisions and Khan moving up 2 divisions. It sounds like I'm fucking rapping right now with the amount of people I'm bringing up. Like, nah, this is a part of the sport. It's just become more common. But I'm here for it. You know, Tio was just a 35-pounder anyway. Like, why we acting like he's so big for Keyshawn, who, again, they the same age, I'm pretty sure, right? Like, don't forget that the experience that Tio got in the ring, Keyshawn has internationally. Keyshawn is 24 years old. So, Tio, what is he? 26 maybe? Has he even turned 28? Let me see. Because Tank is 28, 29. Tio's 26. So it's like, yo, that's only 2 years, which is 4 fights. It's only 4 fights. You know, at that Tio level anyway, not at the Keyshawn level. Keyshawn could sneak in a good 8 fights in 2 years, depending on the level of opposition. But even Keyshawn probably can't do that because Keyshawn's already fighting 10-rounders. This is a 12-rounder Keyshawn. Oh, no, he's in another 10-rounder. So, again, you know, maybe they could slide in 3 fights per year, giving him another 6 in the extra 2 years. But it's not that much. It is a lot of experience because of who Tio is for. But they still there, man. Like, this kid's been fighting internationally. He been fighting without headgear on an Olympic level. That's not where Tio, you know, went. Tio, I'm pretty sure, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he didn't make the American team, so he went and fought for Honduras. You know what I'm saying? So Keyshawn made the American team. Keyshawn medaled up. Like, maybe we underestimating what he could potentially do is all I'm trying to say and highlight. Gio, what up?
Yo,
What's good, champ?
what's up, Nez? Man, it's been a good minute. Shout out to the boxing voice, man. Yeah, no, that interview, I don't know, it's probably like about the same level of PVC, except it looked nicer. um,
Say that again, champ. I didn't follow. You said what little interview?
I said the interview for Top Rank was like about the same level as the interview for PVC. Just it
Oh,
looked a
you
little
mean the
bit
press
a little
conference? The
bit
press
better.
conference.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No. Thurman added way more excitement.
That's true. You know, Keith Thurman always makes a good show when he's getting interviewed. I expect Timo to do more, but he was busy just reading one word from that book, which was "be water."
Yeah, Bruce Lee's his mentor. Remember?
Yeah, Bruce Lee would be a little disappointed. Man, all I gotta say is, you know, the fact that Keyshawn was performing how he was performing while he was smoking weed is fucking incredible. That's all I gotta say, man. From me that I smoke weed when I play basketball, I feel
Bro,
like I'm
that's where
damn
I'm
near
at with
gassed
it.
out.
Wasn't he like your
It's
hero when
crazy.
you heard it?
Yeah, because
It
I'm
was
like,
like
damn, how the fuck are you fighting all these rounds and you're not
tired.
showing it? It's like, fuck.
Bro, like immediately, I don't know shit about other sports, but I remember that dude from the Dolphins, Ricky Williams, and he was such a good running back while smoking weed, and they try to penalize him, and he like, fuck it, I'm quitting the NFL because I love weed so much. And he was great. He was a great running back. So I haven't seen that since Keyshawn. I mean, since Ricky Williams, it's like, god damn, an elite level athlete smoking and open with it. And now he changed his stance. That shit hurting, man. It hurt. It hurt.
No, you definitely is for like publicity to make it, you know, not like, oh, let's clear up his image and all that bullshit. But I still think it's fucking incredible. Because I was watching his fights after his first two wins. I watched every single one of his fights. And the fact that I didn't even know he was smoking and he was performing how he was performing.
Exactly.
I was like, what the fuck?
That's my point.
It's incredible.
That's my point, man. He
I
should have
don't-
embraced it, and he should have, you know, they could have got him, you know, sponsorships, weed sponsorships. Like, bro, you gotta show the world a different image of the plant. And he could have been the spokesperson, bro. Like, I hate that they're trying to clean it up like like he's doing something wrong. No, it's like you said, look how shocked you are. And there will be more people shocked if they keep highlighting that this elite level athlete is performing at a high level while smoking marijuana. But I feel like they made all that shit up for to clean up his image, and it really hurts. It really hurts.
Oh yeah, I mean, and they're probably scared because they think like, oh, if boxing changes it, then all the sports have to change it because it's not really enhancing somebody. It just shows you they could fucking perform to incredible levels while they're doing it.
Bro, which is crazy because in football, I hear they smoke there now. In basketball, they do it in UFC. So like, I don't get why boxing is still on some bullshit, man.
Yeah, no, that shit's wild. But yeah, that's all I had to say, man. I can't wait to see this fight. Hope it's better than what Shakur was on Thursday night. So that's all I can say.
Word. Appreciate you, champ. Appreciate you. Matador, what up?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, the press conference. Yeah, it's kind of, a lot of people think it's odd. Like, I don't really care about what people do. Like, I don't really judge people because who are we to judge? So him reading the book, I was like, okay, like, you know, that's just what he does. Like, a lot of people think it's weird. He's weird and like he's like way out there. Like sometimes it looks like he's just talking too much, but I kind of just block it out and just focus on what he does in fights and how he performs. so I don't know. Like, we can't really judge him on what he does, but I think it's still a good fight. I think he's gonna do the same thing like he did with Taylor. Like, he's just gonna. I think he's in a better state of mind now than he was before, because he looked like in those top rank videos. He looks like he's in a he got to be with this kid, and he looks like more calm as opposed to before, where he was acting more like I don't know, like stuff affected him even more. Now he seems like in a better state of mind. So I think that's good for him personally, for his performance on Thursday. Keyshawn and Pedraza. I didn't like what Pedraza said when he's like, I don't think I should have signed this fight. When I heard that, I kind of went back and looked. I'm like, what? Like, why would you say that? That doesn't sound good. Like, it doesn't sound good on, like, kind of like when Dobson said at the Welcome to Las Vegas sign, when he said, like, a scared fighter is a dangerous fighter. Like, that's what I got. Like, I'm like, whoa, like that, you know. I don't want to hear someone say, like, I shouldn't have signed this fight. Like, I don't care if Keyshawn shouldn't have signed, but he said it himself. He's like, I shouldn't have signed. Like, why? Like, did something happen? Like, I don't know. Did he not get the money he was promised? Like, something's weird there. Don't you think? He's never said that before.
Yeah, no, I just think that he meant in terms of the danger, like, you know, he shouldn't have signed and neither should Keyshawn. I think that, because that was the question, like, do you think he made a mistake, quote unquote mistake, taking this fight with you? So he's like, yeah, he made a mistake, but so did I, because he understands that Keyshawn is he's cut like that, allegedly.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know. I wish he chose better words, I guess. I wish he just chose better words to say that, because those sound like, you know, not like threatening words for a fight. Like, doesn't sound like you're coming in there to win. But as far as man, you know what? I respect Teofimo trying to get that Terrence Crawford fight. Like, how could you not defend that? Like that, like him. I think he's genuine when he says that. I don't think he's playing when he says that. When he wanted Lomachenko, he wanted Lomachenko. When he wanted Taylor, he wanted him before he was even at 40.
Yeah, but
now he wants Crawford.
Selective.
He wants Crawford.
Nah, I think he's selective. When he wanted Lomachenko, he said it everywhere. Like, he didn't even mention it right there. That was the U.S. and internationally streamed press conference. You supposed to say it right there. Like, after this, I want Crawford. After this, hopefully Crawford don't, avoid me. After this, I'm activated. I'm calling Paco. Like, he's not doing none of the shit he used to do when it came to Loma. He knows. Like, today he was asked specifically. I'm glad you brought it up. Hopefully the part I cut, because I didn't cut this piece to show y'all this specifically, but it is here. This was a secondary piece of information that went with the Keyshawn that I just completely, forgot to show y'all. But here's another video post press conference, kind of Tio talking about Keyshawn, because I know people like to think that I imagine shit. But here goes the video.
Listen, I know you're not one to overlook fighters during fight week, but are you going to contact Terrence Crawford's team after this fight?
Yeah, I would like to.
What do you think? What's your prediction for Loma Cambosis?
So yeah, I'm stopping it there just to say shout out to ES News for the video. Second, you see that energy? Yeah, I would like to. After this, Paco already knows what it is. Is he gonna have to vacate? None of that. And again, he's a multiple division WBO champ. He has a specific status that he can use because of that to enforce a Crawford fight or make Crawford publicly vacate the belt. So I'm with you that he calls people out and he normally does what he says, and he might be serious. I'm just saying that there's a better way to do it. Now, the second half of this will be about Keyshawn.
Loma, early stoppage.
Tio, what happened up there on the stage between you and Keyshawn?
Told him don't bite the bullet. He bit the bullet. What do you want me to say now?
See? So again, today we learned that PBC offered a 140-pound fighter with only one belt, no unification, one loss already, no big name on his resume, the fight with Boots. But somehow it's far-fetched for y'all to believe that the silver medalist can get an in-house fight with Teo, even though Teo's telling him, don't bite the bullet. What's the bullet? Is the bullet the metaphorical bullet that Top Rank is firing? Telling him, do you want a title shot at this kid that's too experienced for you? According to Teo, right? Because why is he calling it a bullet?
Loma, early stoppage.
Tio, what happened up there on the stage with between you and Keyshawn?
Told him don't bite the bullet. He bit the bullet. What do you want me to say now?
Teofimo,
future fight you entertain?
Teofimo, para ser leyenda,
Now you see the extra. You got to look at these. Like, this is not just audio. You need to see those were extra facial expressions that he's making after saying what he said. You know, as if he wants to say more. You know, he wants to say more, but they're not. No one followed up, and Spanish media took him away. But you can tell. I'll play it one more time because sometimes, you know, we don't see things until it's brought to the light.
What you think? What's your prediction for Loma Cambosis?
Loma, early stoppage.
Tio, what happened up there on the stage with between you and Keyshawn?
Told him don't bite the bullet. He bit the bullet. What do you want me to say now?
Teofimo,
future fight you entertain?
Teofimo, para ser leyenda,
And you seen that face. Is there a future fight there? They ask him, and you see his face like, I don't know. I'm interpreting that face like, I don't know. Maybe. Is it worth it? Would he dare? Right? I don't know. Let's play that back.
Para ser leyenda, necesita respetar al leyenda. Para ser leyenda,
say now.
Teofimo,
future fight you entertain?
Teofimo, para ser leyenda.
So the reporter actually said, after replaying it 3-4 times, is that a future fight you would entertain? I happened to get lucky and pause it on the face he made. You know, it's not necessarily a face of no.
Para ser leyenda, necesita respetar al leyenda.
So that's that second clip. But yeah, getting back to the callers. Again, this is about inventory. Maybe Top Rank doesn't have the inventory to give to Keyshawn, and they got a certain contract. Maybe they told him things, right? Like, people forget that Loma got a title shot in 2 fights. That's things you talk about. Look at the contract we just seen from Matias. They said, hey, we can guarantee you Steve Claggett. We can't guarantee you Teo. This is Top Rank. So maybe for Top Rank, they told Keyshawn, hey, we can guarantee you a title fight in 10 fights. You guys don't know what was said in these boardrooms. Lucky Love, what up?
Stopping this, you got me?
Yup.
Word. Shout out TBV. Y'all on YouTube, hit that like button. Shout out to Ness and the community taking care of the boy while he's driving home from work. I got a question. What is that status? Pardon my casualness. What is that status you said Teo got where he could challenge Crawford? Either bro got a fight or he got to vacate.
WBO Super Champion status. He's already been named WBO Super Champion. He don't even got a mandatory because of that. Or at least doesn't have a mandatory for, I think, 17 months or 18 months.
Gotcha. Okay. The main reason I called was because I heard you say that Teo was sold 12,000 tickets and he competing with a football game, an important game. Yeah, it's the Super Bowl, bro. And I think he might be benefiting because he fighting in the same city the game is played. You in Vegas? You didn't know the Super Bowl's in Vegas?
I'm in Florida. I left Vegas for a couple of months because of the cold. But yeah, remember when Shakur fought, there was another event. It was F1, and I get F1 and football is 2 different things, but like it didn't help Shakur, you know. And it was a Thursday, and Teo will just get credit where Shakur didn't because he didn't sell 12,000, right? Fuck, if Teo really sells 12, they gon' give him credit.
Now here's my question though: is he piggybacking? because they're already out there. The football team show up for media.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It don't matter. It don't matter if he's piggybacking. That's the whole point. ESPN as a network is asking Top Rank as a partner to do these events on Thursdays to cater to those big events, to cater to F1. Bob said that was ESPN that asked for them to do that. So that's just something they got to do for they broadcasting partner on GP. They got to do that. So the fact that whoever they put in that slot can actually make the money versus lose money, because they gonna have to do it regardless of win or lose. They gotta do it. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if you Bob and I'm gonna have to Google Shakur because I don't want to say the wrong ones. I'm gonna see what he sold, but go ahead.
That's what I was finna say. Did the Formula One event happen at the same time as his fight?
It was that weekend. Shakur fight was Thursday. Formula One was like Friday.
Okay, that's where I fucked up then. Okay. So I was under the impression it was happening at the same time, and I was like, nah, T.O. got hella people filing in for the Super Bowl. They already there for the week, just waiting. So, but now that makes sense then. I thought the F1 event was at the same time as the Shakur fight.
Nah. Shakur did the same thing. He fought on the Thursday before the event.
All right. Well, shit, that's all I got right here. Shout out TBV. Y'all hit that like button, get that chat rolling.
All right. Let me see. The Las Vegas Journal might have reported it. I'm going to go to Al in the Bay while I try to skim this article.
Yo, what's up? Straight from the Bay Area. Yeah, man. That'd be a good fight. I definitely think Keyshawn is biting off more than he can chew.
Can I interrupt you for 1 second and see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, this gives T.O. fuel to the fire. He says, oh, they prioritize the black fighter. Shakur fought on Thursday, 6,700. If T.O. ain't lying, because we don't know if he lying, and he did double, he's proven that they not giving him the attention that he deserves when he sells more than the people that they pushing. Because if Shakur sold 67 in Las Vegas, before that he sold 5,000 in Atlanta, then I don't know. People need to start checking what T.O. is saying. But go ahead, champ.
Yeah, man. That's a big jump, Um, especially for your first world title. You're fighting somebody who's a multiple world champion, who's proven, um, who's beat the top dogs in division. So it's gonna be hard for me to say, oh, Keyshawn can win this fight, because we know when T.O.'s on, T.O. is on. He can hang with the best of them. Now when he's off and his mind ain't right, then he can lose to the worst of them. So I think T.O. is one of those fighters. Um, he can only get up where when he sees somebody who's like he think is real competitive. I feel like if he don't think they're real competitive, I don't think his juices is gonna go. I don't think he's gonna work as hard. So I think that would be the only thing Keyshawn has working for him. That T.O. think he's easy. You know, he's gonna be a walkthrough, and so he's not gonna work as hard, and he's gonna put those little weak videos on, like that one video where he's punching a punching bag and it's obviously is cut, and the thing stuffing out of it is like he's like do stuff like that, like showboat, but he's not gonna work as hard. So I don't know. I think, but if T.O. focus and be on his grind, it's gonna be a long day for Keyshawn. I'll tell you that. That's my call. And if somebody got a problem with that, they need to learn boxing.
All right, for
But yeah.
just for the facts, I did Google both. So the Las Vegas Journal, which is obviously local and would be on hand for a Las Vegas event, is reporting that Shakur did 6,700 on that Thursday. When I Googled for the Atlanta fight, you had Ring Magazine report that he did 5,100, I believe. I put those links in the Discord. Yeah, so 5,123. So somebody needs to follow up. I wish Danny was on the show. You know, you guys need to remind Danny tomorrow when he's back out there to follow up, maybe with Evan Korn of Top Rank or someone like that that can verify that they're a couple of hundred away from 12,000 tickets. That's impressive. Bordy, $5. So quick question. Nobody but Tank and Ryan of the New Four Kings gonna fight each other? Yeah, I mean, T.O. did an interview today, and he said that Devin and Matias didn't want to fight him, and that's why he was forced to fight Jamaine Ortiz, and he thanked Evan Korn for helping, get the fight with Jamaine Ortiz. We do know that there was an offer sent to Matias, but we also know that there was a hand injury and scheduling conflict. Because of the injury, he was not able to take anything before April, and because of T.O. having already a date, he was not able to push it back. He needed to fight on this Thursday. So I don't think it was an issue of anybody ducking anybody. Now, the Devin situation, that's a different situation. I'm neutral because I'm not with Devin. I wasn't on the phone when Devin received the phone call from T.O., where he claims on our interview that we did out at our friend's studio in Las Vegas at Hardin, that T.O. was intoxicated when he called him trying to make a fight. I don't know. I don't know if that's not true or not. All I know is that no matter what I say, this is the Haney voice, but I also know that I know Devin since he was 12. So if that's what he said, that's what I believe. It's just that simple. You guys won't understand that, but I know Bruce, Shushu Carrington. My shirt came, by the way, because I know these kids like when they was kids. So I'm going to believe Shushu. You see me rock out with Chris Colbert till the wheels fell off, and they still ain't fall off. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I really don't understand what y'all want from certain individuals that have just been following someone's career forever, Matt bet $105. He says 1.5 milliliters. Ness, professing his love and loyalty. I love, with heart emojis, you. Mary Jane. He says, no smoking, Mary Jane. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here, bro. We got to. Kareem Abdul, welcome to the Prospect. No, excuse me. No, just send in a $2 super chat. Fifth one on a live stream. Appreciate you. Let's see what we got. Big If, what it do?
Yo, salute, man. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yo, salute to you, man. Salute to you. I'm looking forward to the fights on Thursday. I'm excited for the Keyshawn fight, man. I want to see how he does, and of course, T.O. is going to be action packed. I don't know who's going to fight next and all that, but I got a question though. Is Danny covering the fights? He's out there, right?
Yeah, he gonna be in the building.
Because first of all, I want to shout out Danny, man, in my Tim Boski voice, man. Salute to the man, them like Danny, man. My Killy Danny ring walk. But salute to Danny, man. But I don't know. I was listening to some interview like I think probably yesterday or like today. I don't remember when. But I could have sworn Danny was asking a question to T.O.
Yeah,
and
he
T.O.
did.
was
And T.O. acted like a dick. Yep.
I thought that was Danny's voice. I was like, yo, what happened, man? What y'all did to Tio, man?
My
Y'all
bro,
got beef?
that's the thing. Danny used to be covering Tio before he covered Tank, before he covered Devin, everybody. He was in Tio's gym. So these fighters is wild sensitive. So once Danny start covering Devin and being in Devin spawn sessions, that's it. You a traitor. You the ops. And it's been like that ever since. So not only did Tio stop fucking with him, but Rolly now don't like him. So now Rolly don't even fuck with Tio, but he still don't like Danny. You know, it's extra whack in this game, bro. Like I thank God every day. Bro, you don't even know, bro. I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you some real life shit. I used to pray every day that this show got big enough where I ain't gotta go to the fight because they treat you like paparazzi for one. Not just the fighters, but the promotion. It's like you get no respect. You be waiting in line and the motherfucking fighter be like, man, I'm out. And it's just it. It's like, yo, you drove 4 hours, you spent $2,000-$3,000 to get to this fight. It don't matter. You understand? So nah, they terrible, man. You seen how they treated him, bro. That's crazy. But this is a common thing, and it's laughed at. Then you got these geeks, because that's what they are. You know, we all know they ain't never been in shit. Half these motherfuckers, they're a bunch of geeks. So they'll post like, oh, reporter gets roasted by Teofimo, because they geeks. You know what I'm saying? They geeks. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Danny for fighting a good fight, because that's what happens. When you ask the tough question, Tyson Fury kicks you out of the media workout. You ask the tough question, Teofimo deflects. You ask the tough question, Leonard Ellerby jumps up to defend Floyd. You know what I mean? So shout out to the motherfuckers. This is asking the tough questions. Not afraid.
Nah.
Not
Real talk,
trying to rub elbows.
Nah, real talk. Salute to y'all, man. The fact that these people are kind of like they don't really rock with y'all shows that you're not glazing all the boxes out here. You give your opinion. You know what I mean? Like, there's a couple channels that just brown nose and glaze everybody, and they just soft shoe around every topic. Don't ask the hard questions. So that's why y'all the voice of the people. But I just wanted to confirm it because I could have sworn that was Danny's voice, man. But anyway, salute to you. Salute to Ring Walk Danny, and I'm out, man. Peace.
It's like the Shakur shit. We not cool with Shakur because he feels we the Haney voice, because we feel he should have took the deal, the same deal that the whole fucking world feels he should have took. Like, but look at this line of fighters. Like, these motherfuckers think they gonna be Floyd. They never gonna be Floyd. They never gonna be Floyd, because Floyd never ever got fucking bothered by media to this level. You understand? And Floyd never got mad if you picked against him. He just proved you wrong. And he gloated. And that gloating became arrogance to people. So they paid to watch him lose. But these dudes can't see that. My man, I know y'all know, but y'all gonna act like y'all don't know that Shakur stopped being friends with Richards and Hitchens over that little interview, over the little Delos Santos interview. Yeah, the one where he said, nah, Shakur got to be careful and all that shit. Yeah, they ain't friends no more. This the world we living in, bruh. So if they ain't going to be friends with motherfuckers they was in the Olympics with and slept in bunk beds with, of course they're not going to be friends with motherfuckers who going to keep it real and got an opinion on a boxing show. You know what I mean? But what did Keyshawn say at the end of his motherfucking let me see. I still got it pulled up, right? Let me see. Yeah, you take that for what it is. You know what I'm saying? My man cut off his own friend. Now Africa's not his friend. That he considered the ops. Come on, bro. This shit is bananas. This shit is bananas, man. It's crazy. Like, it went from competition to like, I'ma shoot you. I want to kill you. I don't want you to eat. You the ops, you the enemy because you picked against me. Like, bro, get fucking real. It's a sport. People gonna pick one side and the other side. Like, you can't alienate motherfuckers because they ain't pick you. Shit is extra weird bananas. Adrian, what up?
Héctor querido, ¿cómo estás?
Chilling.
Glad to hear that. Yeah, kind of got inspired by the last caller. Just to say a few words, it's the same thing that is happening to you, like getting like you know, I never, me sigo asombrando. It's just like the level of softness in people, like for stupid things, stupid like likes, tweets, social media. It just is crazy. It's out of this world. Like we're living in a time where you just can't have a different opinion about anything with anybody. And with fighters are in I think it's the time that you can see that are most sensitive, like in all times. So yeah, I think it's refreshing to
They
see.
beyond sensitive. The fact that you stop being friends with someone live on Twitter is insane to me. Like, if I ain't fucking with you, I'm gonna tell you in your fucking text message because you're my boy. I message
Exactly.
you. You understand? Like,
Yeah, and what about proving somebody wrong? Like you don't believe me? Okay, I'm a use it like to
motivation.
fuel myself. Yeah, it's just like I don't know. I don't even understand these fighters. Like they not even promoting themselves, but when you say something like just a little bit negative about themselves, they flip. They go crazy. They want to shoot you. They want to go to the extreme. Um, yeah, I don't think they are doing they are managing social media the right way. They are growing up with social media and they don't know how to handle it. I think that's one of the main issues. Like you see Gervonta Davis responding to comments on Twitter. Bro, what are you doing responding to random people on Twitter? Like
With 100
I'm gonna,
followers, 60 followers,
yeah,
like, I'm telling you, shit crazy.
with a fake picture. Like that guy is a nobody, he's a troll. Why are you getting triggered? You're rich. You're a superstar. Calm the fuck down. Go to the beach, take a vacation. I don't know. It's just they need to have somebody on their corner just to have some training for social media, just to not be soft, you know. And the fighters are a reflect on the society. Society is like that too, you know. Boxing fans don't even get me started with boxing fans. Like if you don't like if I don't like Haney, or if I don't like Teofimo and you like Teofimo, it's just like now I don't fuck with you. Fans. It's just
Yeah,
nah.
it's what I say every day, my bro. It's gang banging. It's like you said.
It's game
I
bang.
like Teofimo. You like Devin Haney. We can't be friends, and we got to go at each other because I think Haney's gonna win, and you think Teofimo's gonna. It's like, God damn, bro, this is crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. That's definitely like I didn't grow up like that, so I'm adapting too. I'm adapting too. But yeah, you gotta find ways to navigate and to try to teach the young guys the way. Try to pave the way for them. But yeah, it's definitely not easy, and it's gonna get a little bit more like harder. It's gonna be it's gonna be difficult. But yeah, man, I hope we get some new fighters with some backbone. You know, I like to think Canelo is like that. I don't know that for a fact because of the how many journalists in Mexico talk bad about him,
I mean,
and he
Canelo's not like that because he went and sat down with David Faltanzon. He's just like
yeah
Mayweather. Mayweather sat down with Brian Kenny. You understand? That's what I said. These guys will never be Mayweather. And someone said, Ness, you can't say that. Motherfucker, I'm
right.
proving it. Mayweather sat down. He sat down with Brian Kenny and he made an icon. That shit still get views right now. Because you
Yeah,
don't block your detractors, you prove them wrong. You don't
That's
block.
right.
This is a competitive sport. You don't block the detract. You prove them wrong. These guys, they not, man, whatever, bro.
You need to put that on a t-shirt, Ness. You need to put that on a t-shirt. Yeah, Ness. But anyway, man, that's my call, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to the TV community and keep working hard, man. Yeah, appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for making us international. Shout out to Adrian all the way in Uruguay. Yo, you got to listen to earlier show, Adrian. We needed your opinion on something someone said over about your culture, right? And obviously, I don't remember the specifics, but so pay attention to earlier show. Your culture was brought up, and we definitely need your expertise on that. Jonathan Lambarena, $2. It's because Danny is a Haney henchman. Keep it up, champ. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He was covering T.O. first. He was covering T.O. first, bro. You know, and again, logic don't work, bro. Logic don't work. It's like, remember, he says something like, Shakur said something like, oh, I had Ness in my house playing spades. So that means I'm supposed to say that the deal is bad. Somehow because I'm from North and we played spades, I got to lie. No, that deal was good, champ. That deal was so good. It was so good. You should have called Haney's bluff to the maximum fucking power. You know what I'm saying? That deal was so good. It was so good. It's never been a deal like that, man. There's never been a deal like that. That was a good deal, in my opinion. You know, I'm going to stand on that. I think that was a very good deal. And imagine what life would have been like right now had that fight taken place. We don't even know. What could have been a rematch, you know? Would that have turned into a trilogy? D-Jack gifted one membership to one of you lucky guys. Let's see who got it. I don't know if I could find it at this point. Anybody want to tell me? Okay. It was gifted to Cash G. Lucky you. We got Bullsworth. What up? Got to unmute, player. Bullsworth, got to unmute your mic on Twitter. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. Remember, once we get to 500, we opening up that live chat. It is absolutely free to hit the thumbs up. But I found that if I unlock my live chat, we just don't get to them goals, and we need them goals. We got to crush them goals. I'm trying to get to 189,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do so. Bullsworth, we finally hear you. What it do?
What up, Ness?
Chilling, baby. What up with you?
Man, Tio is cringe, bro. He talking about that book. He don't even know how to say it.
You said what?
That's Jikunda.
Oh, when he said the book. But he did correct himself, though. He said Jikun Do, or then he said, or do. I don't know. Yeah, he said do or do, and he smiled. He corrected himself, no?
Yeah, that book isn't even written by Bruce. That's written by his daughter, Shannon Lee.
Shout out to you, champ. You over here knowing about that book. I ain't know shit about that book. I watch a Bruce Lee movie, though.
Hey, what you think about John Ryder retiring?
I'm a little disappointed. I feel like he could have still gave some good fights. His name was, it became a global name. And I feel like Berlanga still would have been a good fight for Ryder. But I understand, like, he don't want to be a journeyman. Even though he said that in his post-fight that he wouldn't mind continuing and being a journeyman because he would get good money, man. My man made £4 million for fucking Zach Parker or some shit. That's insane. So yeah, man, he would have done all right. But again, I'm not in there doing the camps, taking the punches, so I respect his opinion. he had a good career, especially towards the later half. It's like I said, you started out domestic. You lost by knockout to Nick Blackwell, and from that you were able to come back to this height, fighting in Guadalajara with Canelo and giving Jaime a fight. I don't know. I think he had a decent career, man. I mean, he never was a world champ, so you can get some haters to say that, but he made some decent money on his back half of his career. He's gonna be able to retire and be good, what it looks like.
Yeah, man. I think he had a few more in too. But another thing you always say this wrong, brother. It's fool me once, shame on you, and then it's fool me twice, shame on me. I just noticed you always be saying that wrong, brother.
Appreciate it. Hey, man. Can't get them all right. Nah,
George
but
Bush,
you know what
that
it
George
is?
Bush,
You know what it is? I'm older than y'all too. So I did come up on George Bush fucking it up and becoming a joke. So I probably learned the way he said it because it was so viral back then, before viral was viral. But isn't that like the biggest mistake of that phrase is George Bush, right?
Yeah, he said that during it was during a speech. He didn't even say it right. He said fool me once, shame on you, and then he said fool me twice. You fool me once, you can't fool me again.
Exactly.
So all right, bro. Thank you so much, man.
Nah,
You have a good day.
appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for calling in and extending the show. Certainly last call for callers. So this is your opportunity. I'm going to keep the Discord in my face because I said that earlier and then two people jumped on and I didn't realize till after I ended the show. So I'm going to give y'all a few seconds since this is on a bit of a delay. So we got, what is this? Albolga or Albulga. He says, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you can't get fooled again. Bush was drunk. They funny. What else we got? Once again, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. All right. I think that we've gotten everybody. Nest GTO, Instagram, and to the right back at you tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern. Peace.